Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Saturday. It is October the 28th, 2017. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections from race courses around the world, and join me next week for the Breeders' Cup preview here on YouTube. Friday's preview should be up about Wednesday, Saturday's definitely Thursday, and join me for my Aqueduct previews all next month in November. I love the Aqueduct's fall meet, especially with two turf courses. Now it's going to be a fun Aqueduct meet. But today's card from Belmont's a great one. It's probably one of the best cards of racing at Belmont this fall. It's an all stakes pick four, and it's very wide open. So I haven't finalized a ticket yet, but you have to follow me on Twitter to get that finalized ticket, though, which will be up hopefully later tonight or tomorrow. But races 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's get on to it. Starting off with the 7th race from Belmont. It's the 40th running of the Athenia Stakes, Grade 3, purse $200,000. It's for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. Field of 13 horses going the distance of ground here of 1,700 meters, or a mile and 1/16 on the Widener turf course. Mile 16th, 1,700 meters, Widener turf course. Top pick in this one, I like the number 5 horse here, number 5, Time in Motion. Gonna go 5-3-1-12 in the superfecta, 5-3-1-12 super. Top pick number 5, Time in Motion, 6-1. Jean Velasquez is on this James Toner trained 4-year-old filly by Tappet. Most recently, this horse that starts 23rd of September at Belmont, 1 mile in the Grade 3 Noble Desmel Stakes. This horse finished 4th by 5 lengths. Was just sitting off the leaders early on and really weakened out of it into the lane. It just wasn't her day to win. That weekend was a very rock-hard turf course, and maybe the rock-hard turf course didn't have anything, wasn't maybe to her liking. You're going to be seeing a little bit of a given turf course today, since this week it was a little bit wet here in New York, finally. But, and also it was also her first start in 2 months. Start before July the 8th at Arlington Park, mile 3/16 in the Grade 3 Modesty Handicap. Horse finished third by 3 3/4 lengths. Was the just under a little over, actually, even money favorite. Was a little bit wide, but closed up for third. It wasn't a half bad race. And then debut at Belmont on this turf course, mile 16th, May 13th. Horse finished third by 3/4 length. That was a very wet turf course, to tell you. She just couldn't get a good handling of it. It just wasn't her day to win. Hawksmoor won next start out. Was on a lead all throughout. Just had a better race. This horse just couldn't catch her. And then the Jenny Wiley, this horse finished 6th by 3 lengths. She needed that race definitely also. But if you look at her races last fall, she ran very well. She finished 6th in the Matriarch, but she showed some heart there. She had a horrible trip and she couldn't just get out. But before that, she won the QE2 at Keeneland very nicely by head at upset odds of 3-1. Before that, she won the Lake Placid at Saratoga very easily and finished second in the Belmont Oaks Invitational behind Catch a Glimpse. She ran a decent second place finish there. But she likes this turf course. I just think she'll run a very big one here today, so she'll be my top pick. So to recap my bets for the 7th from Belmont, it's the 40th running of the Grade 3 Athenia. Gonna go with the number 5 horse, Time in Motion. Gonna go 5-3-1-12 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 8 from Belmont. The 8th race is 23rd running of the Turnback, the Alarm Handicap, Grade 3, purse $200,000. It's a handicap for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds, and upwards. Field of 7 horses going the distance of ground here, 1,700 meters, or a mile and 1/16 on the main track. Turnback, the Alarm. We don't do that until 2 Sundays, whatever it is, but it's also a great horse. But my top pick in the Turnback, the Alarm, I like the number 3 horse, Miss Sky Warrior. She's a single in pick 4 for me, I think. She's getting a 1-turn mile and a 6-inch, which is an elongated sprint in my eyes, and I just think I've always thought of her as a sprinting kind of horse, and I think she'll like this layout. I'm going to go 3-7-4-5 though in the superfecta. To make some money this race, you have to play a superfecta or a trifecta, because you're not going to make any money on a win wager with Miss Sky Warrior. So 3-7-4-5 is my super. Play straight for 10 cents, get my 210 back. But my top pick, number 3, Miss Sky Warrior. 8-5, Javier Castellano for Kelly Breen, this 3-year-old filly by First Sam Samurai. Most recently, his horse had starts 5th of May at Churchill, mile and 8th in the Kentucky Oaks. Horse finished 8th by 10 3/4 lengths. Sloppy race course, speed duel, pace meltdown. It doesn't add up to a great scenario for this horse. She just really weakened out of it. Just wasn't her day to win. Abel Tasman closed up well that day. Everybody closed up that day. But, it just wasn't her day to win. But before then, the Gazelle at Aqueduct, mile and 8th on April 8th, this horse won by 13 lengths. It was a very subpar Gazelle this year. But, she took the lead and took off clear. Very easy, clear victory. Before then, the Devona Dale, her toughest race to that date, she won by half length after sitting back in a very tough field of 14 horses early. Sat back early, got the lead, and took off very nicely at the end. And then the Demoiselle at Aqueduct, mile 8th in November 26th. She won by half length. Again, on the lead all throughout. A very easy victory. I don't know whether they're going to use this race as a prep race to maybe the what's the next race at Belmont at Aqueduct for the fillies on Cigar Mile weekend or Thanksgiving weekend. The Go for One or something like that, maybe the Top Flight. I wonder if that's next for this horse, because this horse really likes Aqueduct also. But she should do well here today, so watch out for this horse. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Belmont, it's the 23rd running of the Grade 3. Turn Back the Alarm. Gonna go with the number 3 horse, Miss Sky Warrior. Single in the multi-race for me. Gonna go 3, 7, 4, 5 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Belmont. The 9th race is the 42nd running of the Bold Ruler Handicap Grade 3 purse, $200,000. It's a handicap for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 11 horses going the distance up round here of 1,400 meters for international viewers again, or 7 furlongs on the main track, Big Sandy. 7 furlongs, 1,400 meters. My top pick in this one, I like the number 5 horse here. Number 5, who is Tommy Macho. I'm going to go 5, 7, 10, 2 in the superfecta. 5, 7, 10, 2 super. Top pick number 5, Tommy Macho. 10 to 1. Javier Castellano is on this 5-year-old horse by Macho Uno. Top Pletcher trade this one. Before I get on Tommy Macho, this race is the most wide open of any of the pick 4 sequence. This is probably going to be the race I would go 4 deep and maybe even go deeper, because it's just very wide open. My top 2 is 10 to 1 and 15 to 1 or 10 to 1 and 4 to 1, but it's just a very tough race. But my top pick, Tommy Macho, his last start came 23rd of September here at Belmont, 1 mile in the Kelso. His horse finished 4th by 9 1/4 lengths. Sharp as Taco ran an easy race that day. Should have won for fun, but this horse is wide that day. Closed up a little bit at the end, but he needed that race. Before that, in the Forgo Saratoga, some furlongs August 26th. Horse finished 7th by 8 1/4 lengths. Again, that was a British Cup sprint prep race. This horse lost to Dave Frong, an awesome slew, and Tom's Ready. This horse was wide, just had nothing that day. Before then, the Belmont Sprint, he lost to Mind Your Biscuits, who won the Golden Shaheen before that, and then finished 3rd in the mile, where this horse, closed up well for 3rd. Wasn't a half bad run. His last victory came in the House Hope earlier this year at Gulfstream, winning by 5 3/4 lengths. He had a great sitting back early and closing up victory. It was an all-around great race. He should do well. I've always thought of this horse as being a good one-turn horse, one-turn miler horse, and I think he's getting it today. If he's fresh enough, I think he could win. At 10 to 1, it's a great price on this horse, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Belmont, it's this 42nd running of the Grade 3 Bold Ruler Handicap. Gonna go with the number 5 horse, Tommy Macho. Gonna go 5, 7, 10, 2 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 10, the nightcap from Belmont. The 10th race is the 5th running of the Awad Stakes, purse $100,000. It's for 2-year-olds here. Field of 10 horses going the 1,600 meter trip, or 1 mile on the Widener turf course. 1,600 meters, 1 mile, Widener turf. My top pick in this one, I like the number 3 horse here, Looking Ready. I'm going to go 3, 6, 10, 4 in the superfecta. 3, 6, 10, 4 super. Top pick number 3, Looking Ready. 12 to 1. Javier Castellano is on this Bruce Levine Tranturo colt by More Than Ready. Most recently, his horse had a start in the Pilgrim at Belmont, mile 16th, inner turf course, September 30th. Horse finished 4th by 3 lengths that day. Set the pace early on, then got caught right before the 16th pole, and then kind of weakened out of it. but you know she has to slow it down. If she slows it down or sits right off the pace today, I think she'll run a big one. Gets Javier Castellano up to, which is a great pickup. Not to knock Ira Ortiz, who rode this horse last time out, but before the Pilgrim, this horse had to start in just a basic in the Aspirin Stakes. That's the finger like 6 furlongs in some of the ninth. This horse finished fourth by 3 1/4 lengths. Again, he set the pace early on that day. It was a little bit wide and got caught right before the wire. Disappointing beat, but she has to slow it down. And then Saratoga 6 furlongs, August 17th, in main special weight for 73,000. Horse won by 2 lengths on the lead all throughout. Had a very easy walk in the park that day. You know, she's been training well on the turf course since the Pilgrim. If she slows it down today, I think she'll win a big one. So she'll be my top pick. So to recap my bets for the 10th from Belmont, it's the 5th running of the Awad Stakes. Gonna go with the number 3 horse, Looking Ready. Gonna go 3, 6, 10, 4 in the superfecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.